What's happening, family? It's Cast Sports again. Back for another afternoon with my people. I see BN Boxing News was in the building, as he usually is. Salute to BN Boxing News, one of my most loyal supporters. Welcome to another afternoon of Cast Sports Boxing Talk. This is the Wednesday afternoon edition, the old hump day. After today is all downhill to the weekend. NFL playoff time. And we got another good fight card this weekend. After that debacle Golden Boy put on last weekend, with another premature Tony Weeks stoppage, and then he reveals the guy had an aneurysm. It was just a mess, man. But what you would expect from Oscar. Same type of shenanigans when he left Ryan in there by himself after he lost the fight to Tank. That same Oscar. Always got some BS involved in the game. But we're right in the middle of a big week. Top 10 week. Okay. Doing the top 10 all-time boxers of a few different nationalities and people from certain parts of the world. We're going to do the top 10 women boxers of all time today. What's up, Remo? Good job this morning. Let's talk fashion. First segment. If y'all didn't see it, check it out. It was dropped this morning by Remo. Hashtag Let's Talk Fashion. By Remo, hashtag JBT, let me add. A blend of sports and fashion. Quite a new show. Now in the JBT lineup. What's up, Remo? It's another day in the JBT. Talking this boxing, fashion, whatever else we get off into. It's the JBT. You don't know what you might find in here. Whatever it is going to be interesting. Okay, today it's going to be, the profile will be on Christy Martin. Okay. And we're going to take a look at the top 10 women's boxers of all time. And also a brief look at the history of the junior lightweight division. Okay. All that's coming up in today's show very shortly. As usual, I always try to let a few people get in here. One day I'm going to be starting out with about 50 people already in here when I get here. But not yet. Got to crawl before you can walk. I made a mistake and said small when I was closing yesterday, Remo. I was rushing. Right after we talked about it during the show, I was rushing to get out because it was after 4. Just Do had started. But it's growing channel. Always growing. Okay, that's what you should be doing. If you're not growing, hey, There's no use doing it, you know? That's always the goal. There's Just Do Boxing right there. What's up, Just Do Boxing? Salute. Back for another early afternoon edition of Cast Sports. I was telling Remo and B in Boxing News that we are going to be talking about the top 10 women's boxers of all time today. And we're going to do a profile on the coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin, trailblazing women's boxer, Christy Martin. A member of the Nevada State Hall of Fame, the International Boxing Hall of Fame, and the International Women's Boxing Hall of Fame. Okay. We're right in the middle of top 10 week. We did the top 10 European boxers of all time Monday. We did the top 10 Puerto Ricans yesterday. Today it's going to be the top 10 women. Tomorrow it's going to be the top 10 Mexican boxers of all time. Then Friday, the top 10 American boxers of all time. But how is everybody this afternoon? This is a great time to be a sports fan, I tell you, man. There's a lot going on in the sports world right now. Of course, we always got boxing on the schedule for the weekend. NFL playoffs straight ahead of us. Just a great time to be a sports fan. National Basketball Association giving us great basketball action every night. National Hockey League with their amazing athletes who do so much going on. Pushing the puck with the stick, passing it, receiving passes, defending, doing all that while skating up and down the ice. Hockey players are just amazing athletes. But we got all that going on in the sports world right now. Just a great time to be a sports fan. And plus it's hump day. It's all downhill to the weekend from here. All downhill. We got Arthur Beterbiev this weekend. Talented young boxer Christian and Billy on the card. I heard some people talking about an upset for Callum Smith this weekend. I don't know what they've been drinking. Whatever it is, they better leave it alone. I don't see that. You know, Beterbiev has a 100% knockout rate. Now he's 38. I think he's still 38. I know he'll be 39 this year. But Big Watch Barroso showed us last weekend. The power is the last thing that goes. He's older than Beterbiev. He got his man out of there in the first round. So you can forget that talk about Beterbiev being old. As Big Watch showed us, the power is the last thing to go. This Axel Hara Davies. Okay. Axel Hara Davies about that old man power. He'll tell you. Probably still got a headache. Big Watch dropped the boot bang on it. Rolling, jumping up on the ring apron. Probably begging Big Watch already. Please take this step aside, money. But Rolly's not going to be long for that belt, whoever he fights. Big Watch, Ryan, whoever. Rolly's one and done. Should have never had it. I hope he had Tony Weeks on his Christmas list last year. You know. Because Tony gave him an early Christmas present, so I hope Rolly returned it at Christmas time, you know. He got his present from Tony, what was that, May, I believe? Yeah. But we're going to talk about the coal miner's daughter today, Christy Martin. Top 10 women boxers of all time. That's going to be fun. Yeah. Just boxing talk, that's all. Just boxing talk. Who everybody caught? What's up, Fender Bender? What's good? Fender Bender is in the building. Good to see you, Fender Bender. Seen you in a minute, bro. How are you? Everybody catch hashtag Let's Talk Fashion from Remo earlier. Try your show. Blend of fashion and sport. Very interesting. I think it's going to be every Wednesday. So let's look forward to that. Another fire show in the JBT lineup. It's all good, Fender Bender. What's up with you, bro? We're going to get into the coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin, today. And we're also going to look at the top 10 women boxers of all time today in a few minutes. Big change in the weather from yesterday. It was terrible out there. Ooh, man. I just went to the car and got drenched. Went out there in a hoodie. I should have put a complete rain gear on just from the house to the car, man. Ooh, the rain was coming down sideways, man. What's up, Al Booger in the building? My people coming in now. I'll give it like 5 more minutes till about 2:30 and then start the profile. Salute, Al Booger. How are you? You missed the top 10 Puerto Ricans, Al Booger. It was your idea yesterday. So let me tell you the top 10 Puerto Ricans very quick. Only take a second. For the benefit of Al Booger. He wasn't here yesterday. But I got this top 10 idea from Al Booger. He told me Friday, why don't I do a top 5 list of the top 5 Puerto Ricans of all time. And I decided to take the top 10. And I said, just do a few different nationalities or categories. So here's the top 10 Puerto Rican fighters. And I did a little summary on each one, but I'm not going to do that today. Just here they are. Number 10 was Jose Torres. Number 9, Pedro Martinez. Number 8, Wilfredo Vasquez. Number 7, Edwin Rosario. Number 6, Hector Camacho. And like I said yesterday, if Hector is 6, you know the top 5 got to be fire. Okay, Al Booker says Ann Wolf, Clarissa Shields, Later Ali. They all in there. Yes, Al Booker. You know your women's boxing because all 3 of them are in the top 10. Matter of fact, all 3 of those are top 5. Yeah. You're right, Al Booker. All 3 of those are top 5. But to finish out the Puerto Ricans, it was number 5 was Miguel Cotto. 4 was Wilfred Benitez. Very underrated boxer because he fought during the Four Kings era and, you know, he didn't get the recognition that he deserved because of the era he fought and he was kind of overshadowed by those guys. But he had 3 good competitive fights with all of them. He beat Duran. He lost, I think it was a split decision to Hearns. Now, it was a very close decision to Hearns. And Sugar Ray knocked him out in the 15th round of a very competitive fight. Never fought Hagler. Okay. But number 3 was Carlos Ortiz, and the top 2 is interchangeable. Either or. I had a hard time. I put Felix Trinidad at 2 and Wilfred Gomez at 1. Delise Hart in the building, a.k.a. Thomas Hill. What's up, T. Hill? And a good fight to watch. Classic, Puerto Rican versus Mexican. Wilfredo Gomez versus Salvador Sanchez. Classic fight. Sanchez dropped Gomez in the first round, and the commentators, Larry Holmes and one of the other old school boxers, was saying it was over for Gomez, but he came back. He ended up losing, but it's the classic. Puerto Rican versus Mexican. Classic fight. You want to watch a good old classic fight from the 80s? Puerto Rican versus Mexican battle. Wilfred Gomez versus Salvador Sanchez. And for everybody's talking about Monster is unbeatable and all of that. Give me Prime Salvador Sanchez versus Prime Monster anyway, any day. I'm putting my money on Salvador Sanchez. Okay? My money goes on Sanchez. Never seen Wilfredo Gomez? Yeah. He's from the 80s, late 70s, 80s era. Thought to be one of the greatest featherweight fighters of all time. Okay? One of the greatest featherweights of all time. Wilfredo Gomez. Okay? I looked at about, when I was making my top 10, I looked at about 6 or 7 different top 10s from various organizations and people. Wilfredo Gomez was like number 1 in like 4 of them, top 5 in all of them, you know, yeah. And so was Felix Trinidad, yeah. Those two, you can't go wrong. If you're doing the top 10 Puerto Rican, Felix Trinidad, Wilfredo Gomez, 1, 2, either or. You can't go wrong with that. Yes, Whitney T. Hill, he would make everybody forget Monster in a hurry. Salvador Sanchez would, yeah. Let's take a look at the coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin. Okay. And welcome to Cash Sports Boxing Talk to everyone. The Wednesday Hump Day afternoon edition. NFL playoffs straight ahead. The Super Bowl favorite Baltimore Ravens had a first round bye. Only thing will stop them, like I said yesterday, will be stupid coaching decisions. You know, that's why they lost all 40 games. You know, Pittsburgh barely beat the second string Sunday, so they shouldn't be bragging about it. You know, they should thank John Harbaugh there in the playoffs and put him on their Christmas list for this year, because the Lamar had started, and a few of the Ravens on defense starters, they would have just mopped the floor with Pittsburgh. They would be home watching this weekend. But Pittsburgh will be one and done. You know, once the playoffs start, they'll be one and done. But I know one thing, I got a brain line. I can't think of his name, but the Houston Texans coach should definitely be coach of the year. When the last time that team, and the quarterback should be rookie of the year. Nobody expected them to be in the playoffs this year. Okay. That was like one of those 3 or 4 year projects for them to even get close to the playoffs. But they're in it this year, Houston Texans. You know, the coach was the defensive coordinator for the 49ers last year, remember? Houston picked him up this year, took him to the playoffs. So he should be the coach of the year, and the quarterback should be the rookie of the year. What's up, Bruce Gass? We were just talking about Salvador Sanchez, Bruce Gass. Prime Salvador versus Prime Monster. Who you putting your money on, Bruce Gass? I'm putting mine on Salvador. I know you saw that fight between Wilfredo Gomez and Salvador Sanchez. Classic fight. Okay. The coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin. And then we're going to look at the top 10 women's boxers of all time. But salute to Bruce Gass. On the road listening. Hope you enjoyed the show, Bruce Gass. Okay. Christy Renee Martin. And by the way, happy birthday to Felix Trinidad, who turns 51 today. Happy birthday to Tito Trinidad. Okay. And he was the profile yesterday. Happy birthday, Felix. Christy Renee Martin, born June 12, 1968. Okay. Former American professional boxer, She competed from 1989 to 2012. Got the WBC female super welterweight title in 2009. That was the only title. Okay. Oh, George's birthday today too, Bruce. Okay. Happy birthday to Big George Foreman. 75 years young today. Big George Foreman and Felix Tito Trinidad. January 10th. Happy birthday. Thank you for that, Bruce Gadd. Okay. Christy Martin was the first female boxer elected to the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame in 2016. And she's also in the International Boxing Hall of Fame and the International Women's Boxing Hall of Fame. Okay. And 2020 was the first year the women were on the ballot for the International Boxing Hall of Fame, and she went in on the first year. Okay. In 2010, her husband made an attempt to kill her. Okay. He was subsequently found guilty of attempted murder and sentenced to 25 years in prison, where he's sitting. I believe he's still sitting in prison today. Yeah. Her husband tried to kill her in 2010. The coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin. Okay. All right, let's take a look at her early life. Happy birthday to Big George Foreman, 75 years young today. Tito Trinidad, 51 years young today. All right. Couple of boxing Hall of Famers there. All-time greats. Same birthday, January 10th. Okay, Christy Martin was born Christy Renee Salters on June 12, 1968 in Mullings, West Virginia. She attended Mullings High School. Played various sports as a child, including Little League Baseball. And she was an all-state basketball player down there in Virginia. Home of B3. All right. Our resident Devin Haney fan. That B3. But expecting what, Al Booger? The birthdays? What was you not expecting, Al Booger? Al Booger says, whoa, I wasn't expecting that, Cass. Okay, yeah, she was a all-state basketball player. She attended Concord College in Athens, West Virginia, on a basketball scholarship, okay? And she earned the Bachelor of Sciences degree in education. Appreciate you, T. Hill. How are you today, sir? Glad you're in here. Hope you enjoy this show. Hardcore Boxing News. What's up, Jay Hardcore? Jay Hardcore is in the building. Hardcore Boxing News. Hashtag JBT. And that JBT community is really picking up steam. Had another fire show debut today called hashtag Let's Talk Fashion from Remo. If you haven't checked that out, check that out. Very good show. A blend of boxing and other sports, fashion. Great show. Great idea by Remo. He of richthreads.com. Shop online at richthreads, www.richthreads.com. richthreads.com by Remo. Okay. Gregory Pratt in the building. What's up, GP? All my people is coming in here now. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Gregory Pratt hashtag JBT is in the building. Okay. Big difference, you know. Gregory Pratt, that's okay. But Gregory Pratt hashtag JBT, that's fire, man. And he's in the building. Salute, GP. How are you today, bro? Good to see you. And of course, Jay Hardcore, the creator of hashtag JBT, is in the building. Okay, we are talking about the coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin. Okay, and she was a very good basketball player too. She went to college on a basketball scholarship. I heard she was WNBA material, but she was way before the WNBA. So, yeah. Okay, take a little look at her career real quick. We're gonna do the top 10 women's boxers of all time probably about 3 o'clock. Because I'm trying to save some time to drop the link early because these guys was cooking yesterday. Went 3 minutes into just dudes time. Can't do that, man. The Voice need all his time because let's do boxing. The Voice, 4 o'clock p.m. right after me. I'm the preliminary warm-up act. Okay. Martin is said to be the most successful and prominent female boxer ever in the United States, and the person who legitimized women's participation in the sport of boxing. Okay. Now, she began her career fighting in tough woman contests and won 3 consecutive titles. Wow. She then began training with boxing coach Jim Martin, who became her husband in 1991. Okay. Very interesting. Yeah, I missed the hangout this morning. I was a little tired up. But I watched part of the playback when I got home. I'm going to finish it later on, you know. Yeah. Hangout is that kind of show where if you miss it, you got to watch the playback. That's just the JBT, you know. I'm telling you. People better get with the program. That JBT is fire. All them hashtag JBTs in the chat there. Oh, Jalise Hart. Jalise Hart, by the way, is the one and only Thomas Hill. Okay, in case anybody didn't know. Okay, now Christy Martin started her career in tough woman contests. Okay, husband became her manager. She started her professional boxing career at the age of 21 with a 6-round draw with Angela Buchanan in 1989. Okay. Okay. Then she won a rematch with Buchanan 1 month later. Wow, 2nd round knockout. That's a quick turnaround, isn't it? He fought this lady. They had a draw. Then they had a rematch a month later. Look now, we got guys fighting once every 2 years. These ladies was fighting once a month. Come on, man. Pick it up there. Okay. Then a month after that, after that she won 19 consecutive fights, including 2 against Jamie Whitcomb and Suzanne Rizzio Major, as well as a rubber match against Buchanan, which she won. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to see. She won a title in there somewhere. Stay with me for 1 second, please. Yeah, she won the title in 1989. Okay. And then she defended her title 6 times, including a rematch with Shemansky. A fourth fight, she fought Buchanan 4 times. And she also fought Belinda Robinson, Sue Chase, winning all of them. Before the fight, that many credit for putting women's boxing on the sports fans' radar took place. On March 16th, 1996, she fought Deidre Gogarty in a great fight in front of Showtime cameras, okay? She won the decision. And after that fight, she began to gain more celebrity, even appearing on the cover of Sports Illustrated once. All right. April 15th, 1996, she became the first female boxer to ever appear on the cover of Sports Illustrated. The headline read, "The Lady is a Champ." I know Bruce Gass remembers that one. Yeah, I remember it. What's up, Mike Magic in the building? Salute. How are you this Wednesday afternoon, Mike? Headed downhill to the weekend. We got a big boxing card headlined by Artur Beterbiev, Callum Smith, Christian and Billy on the card. And we also got the NFL playoffs coming up straight ahead. Great time to be a sports fan. A lot going on in the sports world. Remember, we also got NBA basketball, great basketball every night, National Hockey League action. Those amazing athletes doing all they do on ice skates. I always have thought hockey players are just amazing athletes, man. Just think about all they do. Pushing the puck up the ice with a stick, passing it, receiving passes, defending, doing all that while skating. Come on, man. Give it up for those hockey players, man. And all that's going on right now. Great time to be a sports fan. Lonnie Lee in the building. What's up, Lonnie Lee? You at our red light? A lot of people at the red light today. Lonnie always gets off work and then he stops to check in at that first red light. It's always red, by the way. What's up, Lonnie Lee? Salute, bro. Good to see you. Good to see everybody, man. Appreciate everybody's support. My core group is in the building. I'm happy. And we're talking about the coal miner's daughter. Let's continue. Running my mouth, I got a little stumped a minute ago. Sorry about that. Okay. She was the first woman to appear on Sports Illustrated, and the caption read, the title was "The Lady is a Champ." I remember that. I know Bruce Gass does too. Bruce Gass is on the road listening. Okay. After she appeared on Sports Illustrated, she won her next 8 fights, including wins against Robinson, Bichon, Marcela Acuna, and Isra Gergua. I told you I'm good at butchering names. Your name ain't Jones, Smith, Brown, Johnson, then I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. Now, Martin lost her title in a 10-round decision loss to Sumya Anani in 1998. Then she went on a 9-fight winning streak after that. Okay. In 2003, he fought Layla Ali, and she was Layla's idol. Layla Ali was the reason, Christy Martin was the reason Layla Ali started boxing. Rise Podcast in the building. Salute to the Rise Podcast. Rise Podcast closes out the day for the JBT at 9 p.m. every night. Okay? And what a way to close the lineup at. Rise Podcast at 9 p.m. But I don't have to tell y'all that. Everybody already know about the Rise Podcast. 9 p.m. every night. Closes the door for the JBT. Okay. And we're talking about Christy Martin, the coal miner's daughter. And we're going to do a top 10 of the best women's boxers ever. About 3 o'clock. Now, 2003, she fought Layla Ali. And she lost. Layla Ali knocked her out in the 4th round. Next fight was in 2005. He got back in the winning column with a knockout against Lena Alexander in Lula, Mississippi. September 16, 2005, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Martin lost a 10-round unanimous decision to Holly Holm. Martin was beaten by the 23-year-old southpaw with all 3 judges scoring the fight for Holm. Holly Holm would later go to MMA, by the way. Martin's final record was 49 wins, 7 losses, 3 draws, 31 wins by knockout. Excuse me for one moment. Hello. What's up? Oh, how bad is it? Oh, Lord. Okay. Okay. Love you. Bye. Oh, boy. That was my wife. Hey, my daughter got in another car accident. She was just in one about 2 weeks ago, but she's okay. Always something, man. Okay. She finished with a career record of 49 wins, 7 losses, 3 draws, 31 wins by knockout. And he fought on the undercard of Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Felix Trinidad, and Julio Cesar Chavez. Okay. She was promoted by Don King. She was the first woman to ever sign with Don King. Okay. Yeah, Booker. It's the second one in like 2 weeks. But she's okay. Yeah. She don't have a car. Her boyfriend was driving. Her mother always give her car, but she never get behind the wheel of mine. That's for sure. But she's okay. But yeah, she was promoted by Don King and was the first woman to sign with him. He signed Martin in October 1993. Okay. She was, like I said, she was called the coal miner's daughter in reference to her father's occupation. Right, Thomas Hill says the Almighty Rise Podcast is in the house. Yeah. Thomas Hill and Jay Hardcore, they have their own vocabulary. Yeah. But we understand what they're talking about. All right. Now, Martin took a little hiatus. Then on January 19th, 2011, she announced that she would be fighting again. Because remember, she finished with 49 wins. So she talked about coming back to get her 50th win on the undercard of the Ricardo Mayorga and Miguel Cotto fight at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Nevada, March 12th, 2011, against Dakota Stone. in a rematch of their 2009 fight. But the fight was postponed because of a rib injury to Martin. But they did reschedule it. It took place June 4th, 2011 at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, home of the Lakers. It was on the undercard of Julio Cesar Chavez and Sebastian Zabit. Okay? She didn't get her 50th win because Dakota Stone beat her, knocked her out with 51 seconds left in the fight. During the fight, Martin broke her hand in 9 places in the 4th round. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, my bad. Dakota Stone got a TKO win with 51 seconds left in the 4th round because Martin broke her hand in 9 places and could not continue. Okay. And I was saying, in 2016, she became the first female ever to be inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Okay. Now, on November 23rd, 2010, she was stabbed several times and shot at least once in her torso and left for dead by her husband, 66-year-old James V. Martin. Okay? I hope he rot in jail. The attack reportedly occurred after an argument in the Apopka home. I believe that's in Virginia. She survived the attack. On November 30th, James Martin was arrested and taken to Orlando Regional Medical Center after he stabbed himself. He should have did that in the first place, you know? Right? You want to stab somebody, shoot somebody, just shoot yourself, you know? But he stabbed himself. Then after he got out of the hospital, he was booked in Orange County Jail and charged with attempted first-degree murder and aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. April 2012, he was found guilty of attempted second-degree murder. Sentenced to 2 months. 2 months later, he was sentenced to 25 years in prison. He is currently serving his sentence at Graceville Correctional Facility in Graceville, Florida. Good. 2012. 13 years, probably be getting out soon. You know, a lot of times, 25 years, 13 years, you've been out, you know. You'd be surprised, man. 25 years? Some people do 5 years. You'd be surprised. When people get those big sentences, a lot of times they don't mean shit, man. I've seen it. Guy get 40 years, do less than 10, he out. You know? See it all the time. Personal life. But James Martin, he's still in there. Good. He's dead. He's done 13 years. Personal life. Martin married former ring rival Lisa. Oh, okay. Yeah. Lisa Hollowine on November 25th, 2017. That's probably why that man shot her ass, messing around with that woman. I'm sorry. Martin married former ring rival Lisa Hollowine on November 25th, 2017. Don't take me off YouTube. Martin is the CEO of Christy Martin Promotions, a boxing promotion company that has promoted many events in North Carolina since 2016 and will be promoting boxing events in Jacksonville, Florida, and in other southern United States cities. I apologize for that statement. You know, I was just trying to be funny. I don't have any kind of prejudice or anything against anybody. I got a daughter that's gay, matter of fact. Okay. Yep. Okay, her legacy. In 2021, Netflix released United Untold Deal with the Devil, a documentary chronicling Martin's career and personal life. And there you have it. The coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin. Oh, you was thinking of that album? Okay. Yeah, it's all good. The coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin. Okay, we're going to take a look at the top 10 women's boxers of all times. And tomorrow is going to be the top 10 Mexicans, remember? Top 10 week. Got this idea from Al Booker himself. Yep. Because Friday I did top 10 on. No, Friday was the profile was on Hector Macho, and Al Booker said, "Why don't I do the top 5 Puerto Rican boxers of all time?" So then I thought about it. I said, "Why don't I do the top 10?" Then I thought about it further. I said, "Why not just do a top 10 of a few different nationalities, or like European, different parts of the world, or women?" And so I came up with top 10 week. Monday was the top 10 European. Yesterday was top 10 Puerto Ricans. Today is top 10 women. Okay. And Monday was the 8th, right? For everybody that wasn't here, real quick. Oh shoot. Nope, I don't know what I do with it. I got the Puerto Ricans. I don't have the top 10 Europeans anymore. Yes, I do. Here's real quick. Here's the top 10 European fighters of all time, Cash Sports. Number 10, Joe Kawasaki from Wales. Number 9, Benny Litch from Scotland. Number 8, George Carpenter from France. Number 7, Jimmy McLaurin from Ireland. Number 6, Marcel Cerdan from France. Number 5, Lennox Lewis from England. Number 4, Vladimir Klitschko from Ukraine. Number 3, Vitaly Klitschko from Ukraine. Number 2, Rob Fitzsimmons from England. Number 1, Jimmy Wild of Wales. Okay. Real quick. Top 10 Puerto Rican. Number 10, top 10 Cash Sports top 10 Puerto Rican boxers of all time. Number 10, Jose Torres. Number 9, Pedro Martinez. Number 8, Wilfredo Vasquez. Number 7, Edwin Rosario. Number 6, Hector Camacho. Number 5, Miguel Cotto. Number 4, Wilfred Benitez. Number 3, Carlos Ortiz. Number 2, Felix Trinidad. Number 1, Wilfredo Gomez. How do you like those lists, Bruce Gas, if you're still listening? If you're still listening, Bruce Gas. Okay, now let's take a look at the top 10 women's. Cash Sports top 10 women's boxers of all times. Of all times. And by the way, happy birthday again to Big George Foreman, who turned 75 years young today, and Felix Tito Trinidad, who turns 51 years young today. Happy birthday, George Foreman, Felix Trinidad. Okay? January 10th. All right. Can't read my own handwriting. Something is wrong. Okay. Here we go. Top 10 women's boxings of all time. Ain't nothing like some cold H2O. I had to hit that again. Okay. One thing that makes it difficult to compare female fighters from different eras is that women who competed in the sport before 2012 did not have this opportunity to fight in the Olympics and potentially add that to their resume, okay? That makes it hard sometimes. They didn't have the Olympics before 2000. The women wasn't in the Olympics, okay? Historically, boxing was seen as a highly male-dominated sport. Nevertheless, women have been able to break such barriers and become known in the world of boxing. Elizabeth Wilkinson, who was the first female boxer in history, gave women's boxing a legacy and a platform, okay? Women's boxing is thriving today, with many great fighters reigning as world champions and regularly showcasing their talent on the biggest stages of the sport. But who are the best female boxers of all time? Okay, from past legends of the women's game to modern day greats, there have been many to enter the ring and perform historic feats. And here we go. Cash Sports, top 10 women boxers of all time. Drum roll. Okay, number 10. Where's number 10? Okay, number 10. The Preacher's Daughter, Holly Holm. Holly Holm. Okay? Holly Holm is the only fighter to hold a world boxing and a UFC title. Okay? Man or woman. Only fighter to hold world boxing title and the UFC title. Holly Holm. Okay? And she started her boxing career before her MMA one. Currently, she's in MMA. I believe she's still in MMA. I don't know. But she started boxing first. Holm made her boxing debut in 2002 and won the IBA light welterweight title as well as the WBA, WIBA, IFBA, IBA, GBU welterweight titles. All those at welterweight. Okay. With 9 wins via knockout, Holmes beat the likes of Ann, Sophie Mathis, Diane Prazak, Christy Martin, Mia St. John, and Mary Jo Sanders. And those are some big names in women's boxing. Most of those are retired now. While MMA ended up being her current home, boxing holds a special place in Holmes' heart. Her career record was 33 wins against 2 losses with 9 knockouts. Okay, Holly Holmes, number 10. Number 10. Yeah, Booker. Holly Holmes was a bad girl in boxing. See, a lot of people forgot about her boxing, Booker, because now they remember her as MMA. A lot of people didn't even know she boxed, but she was a bad girl, man. Yeah. Number 9, Regina Halmich. Okay? Boxing fans in the U.S. may not be familiar with her, but Regina Halmich is considered one of the most influential boxers of all time. The German fighter helped popularize the sport in Europe. Halmich won the IBF flyweight title in 1995 and defended a total of 29 times. 29 times, okay? Name any of these women fight nowadays and defended the title 29 times, not even the vote. Okay. She also won the IBF Super flyweight title and the IBF light flyweight title. 3-division world champion. Halmich ended her career with a record of, get this, 54 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 16 knockouts. Okay? And see, a lot of the current fighters only have 10, 12 fights. You're just not getting on my list with no 10 or 12 fights. That's not no all-time great. You gotta, well, the GOAT made it with 14, but she's the GOAT, okay? You're not the GOAT on this list, by the way. Okay, number 8. Yes, Katie Taylor is way back at number 8. It's my list. So Katie Taylor's 8. Number 8, Katie Taylor. Undisputed at lightweight and junior welterweight. Makes her one of only 4 boxers to be undisputed in 2 weight classes in the 4-belt era. One of 4, okay? Including, that's men and women. The 2012 Olympic gold medalist made her debut in 2016 and has taken down a murderous roll of competitors. Okay, listen to these names. Taylor has beaten Jessica McCaskill, Victoria Bustos, Eva Wallstrom, Rose Volante, Delphine Persoon, Natasha Jonas, Jennifer Hahn, Michaela Mayer, Shante Cameron, excuse me, the one she just fought twice. Okay, she took her undisputed back from, but that is a murderous roll of women's boxers, current and past. The 2 Persoon fights she competed in were extremely entertaining and opened the eyes of many to who she is. In her amateur career, she has won 5 world championships and 6 European championships. She has over 170 wins as an amateur. And her current record is 23 wins, 1 loss, 6 knockouts. Okay. Okay, you okay with that, Al Booger? Okay. Al Booger is happy with Katie Taylor at 8. All right. Yeah, that's the thing, Al Booger. Holly Holm is so well known in MMA that a lot of people forget about how good she was as a boxer. You know? Yeah. Number 7, Cecilia Brækhus. I hope I pronounced the name right. Cecilia Brækhus, the First Lady. Okay? Brækhus was the first female boxer to hold all 4 major titles at the same time, being the first women's undisputed champion in the 4-belt era was Cecilia Brækhus. Okay? First woman. She wasn't the first one overall, but she was the first woman to be undisputed in the 4-belt era. She ended up defending her title 25 times, okay? She beat the likes of Jessica Balogun, Mia St. John, Ivana Harbison, Erica Farias, and Callie Reese. As a dominant champion of her time, Brækhus was an otherworldly fighter. Her career record is 37 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, with 9 knockouts. Okay. Number 6. Coming in at number 6, Cash Sports top 10 women boxers of all time. Number 6, Lucia Rijker, the Dutch Destroyer. One of the most successful and famous female athletes in history. Lucia Rijker is considered by many to be the best female boxer ever, okay? Known as the world's most dangerous woman during her prime, Rijker was a kickboxing champion before taking to boxing, where she became light welterweight world champion and ultimately retired with an unblemished record of 17-0, including 14 knockouts. Okay? Rijker was one of the first 3 women to be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. She is also a member of the International Women's Boxing Hall of Fame. Okay? She finished her career with a record of 17-0, 14 knockouts. That's a pretty good knockout rate. Matter of fact, let me see what it is. I should have done this before. Finished with a knockout rate of 82.3. Now, see, she had so few in boxing because she was in MMA. That's why I gave her a pass and put her in it, because she was a bad girl. Okay. Okay, here goes the top 5. Top 5 women boxers of Cash Sports top 5 women boxers of all time. Number 5, the coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin. One of the most important figures in women's boxing history, Christy Martin's longevity and tough nature has cemented her status as one of the top fighters in boxing history. Not just women, one of the top fighters in boxing history, men or women. The coal miner's daughter made her pro debut in 1989 and would end up winning the WBC Super Welterweight title in 2009. And I made a mistake. Out doing her profile, I said she won it in 1989. I meant she won the title in 2009. Please forgive me. Okay. The first man to be inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, Martin was also inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Okay. She finished her career with a record of 49 wins, 7 losses, 3 draws, 32 knockouts. She did make a comeback in 2011 to try to get her 50th win, but she fell short. Okay. Yeah, I said 1989. I meant 2009. I got nervous when I had Just Do Boxing Rise podcast, Hardcore Boxing News, all those super big mega channels in here at the same time. It made me nervous, you know. Gotta blame it on something. Yeah, but that made me nervous. All those big channels in here. Okay. But I appreciate it. They all part of the hashtag JBT Fire lineup, along with Cat Sports. And now we have another Fire channel called hashtag Let's Talk Fashion from Remo, hashtag JBT. Okay. Make sure you check that out. Hashtag Let's Talk Fashion. Okay. Coming in at number 4 on the Cat Sports top 10 women's boxers of all time. At number 4, Brown Sugar and Wolf. Brown Sugar and Wolf. Bad girl. Regarded as the most devastating women's fighter there's ever been, Ann Wolf was a destructive puncher at the height of her career. Wolf rose to the pinnacle of her craft, despite various obstacles and setbacks during her life, such as the loss of both her parents at a young age, as well as jail terms and a period of homelessness while looking after her children. She held world titles across 3 divisions simultaneously. Okay, same time, 3 divisions, before switching to coaching. Her career record is 24 wins, 1 loss, 16 knockouts. Her only loss came early in her career to Valerie Morphew. Okay. Coming in at number 3, Amanda, the Real Deal Serrano. At number 3, Amanda, the Real Deal Serrano. Like's looking good. I'm gonna get 20 again. I'm averaging around 20. I got 30 once. We're gonna get back up there. But Amanda Serrano coming in at number 3. One of the most decorated boxers of all time, male or female. Amanda Serrano is a 7-weight world champion. You hear that? 7-weight class world champion. Making her pro debut in 2009, Serrano has moved up and down weight classes with great success. Serrano has beaten the likes of Eva Roverberger, Yasmin Rivas, Heather Hardy, Daniela Romina Bermudez, and Fatuma Zarika. And she has 30 wins by knockout, okay? You don't see too many women boxers with 30 wins by knockout. But Amanda Serrano has them. That's why she's number 3. She is one division behind Manny Pacquiao for the record of titles, wins in different weight classes. Manny has 8, right? Okay. She has a record of 46 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, and like I said, 30 knockouts. You know who the top 2 is already, right? Everybody knows who the top 2 is. Just who's 2, who's 1. Okay. There's only 2 left, right? Coming in at number 2, Clarissa Shields. The future GOAT, Clarissa Shields, at number 2. Sorry. Okay. Couldn't do it, Couldn't do it. A dominant force in the ring, Clarissa Shields has already cemented her legacy as one of the best female boxers in history. Already cemented it and got years left in the ring. Should be getting in there pretty soon. A front runner for being called the GOAT, Shields was the first American male or female to ever win back-to-back Olympic gold medals before taking over the professional ranks. Okay? Oh, you didn't? Okay. Oh, you thought she was going to be number 1, Al Booger? Well, you know who number 1 is. As a pro. Well, I'm an older guy, so I guess they had a lot to do with it. But, number 1 deserves number 1, but I'm going to get to it. As a pro, still talking about Clarissa. As a pro, she became the first fighter ever in the 4-belt era to become 2-division undisputed champion. Did it before Bud and the Monster. Clarissa was the first one to become 2-division undisputed in the 4-belt area. Not Bud, not Monster. Clarissa Shields, y'all. Okay? and she was reigning across 3 weight classes in total so far. Fiercely driven, when the gloves are off, Shields has become a key advocate for pursuing equal pay and opportunities for female fighters, relentlessly pushing the top networks to make a change, okay, to the current structure, right, and system. Let me read that again. Shields has been a key advocate for pursuing equal pay and opportunity for female fighters, relentlessly pushing the top networks to make a change to the current structure and system. She's still active, so her current record is 14-0 with 2 knockouts. You know, Clarissa Shields just ain't gonna knock too many people out. I'm surprised she got 2. You know, I'm surprised she got 2. I'd say Al Booker would have had Clarissa number 1. But number 1 on my list is Madam Butterfly, Layla Ali. Okay? Layla Ali. You know, Clarissa just don't have enough fight for me, man. You know, she only fought 14 times. Get up in the 20s or something, you know. But 14, you can't be the greatest of anything with only 14 fights. I mean, that's just the way I look at it, you know. I'm sorry. You just can't be, man. 14, you barely in the double digits in fights. You got to get a little bit more fights under her belt, okay? Now, it's a surname that is synonymous with boxing. Despite being the daughter of the greatest heavyweight in history, Layla Ali overcame gender stereotypes to forge her own illustrious career, okay? Becoming a trailblazer for women's boxing, Ali left a lasting legacy in the ring, being crowned world champion in 2 divisions and finishing with an undefeated record of 24-0. Now, Clarissa get to 24-0, then I'll think about moving her to number 1, okay? Even 20-0. But 14-0, no. This lady got 10 more fights than she has, man. You know? And Layla Ali has a better resume by far. Look at the resumes. Okay. She made history and set up a more prosperous future for female fighters in 2001 when she faced Jackie Frazier-Lyde, the daughter of Muhammad Ali's iconic rival Joe Frazier. When her and Frazier fought, that was the first ever main event pay-per-view fight between 2 women. Okay? Ali's career record is 21-0. And this matters too, Al Booker. Clarissa Shields is 14-0, 2 knockouts. Layla Ali is 24-0, 21 knockouts. That's almost a 90% knockout rate, okay? So all that I figured all that into it, you know. Number of fights, resume, people love knockouts. It has something to do with your greatness, you know. So you're putting almost a 90% knockout rate up against what is Clarissa Shields? 20% knockout rate. Come on. So, but like I said, Clarissa Shields is the future GOAT. That's what I call her, future GOAT. Yeah, and Wolf was 4. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to review it. But hey, Clarissa Shields is not a bad choice for number 1. Okay. If she's number 1 on anybody's list, you can't be mad at that. No, not at all, man. Not at all. Clarissa Shields, that's why they call her the GOAT. Okay. I'm trying to find. Wait a minute. Oh, here we go. To review. Cash Sports top 10 women boxers of all time. Number 10, Holly Holm. Number 9, Regina Halmich. Number 8, Katie Taylor. Number 7, Cecilia Brækhus. Number 6, Lucia Richker. 5, Christy Martin. 4, Ann Wolfe. 3, Amanda Serrano. 2, Clarissa Shields. 1, Layla Ali. And you know, those 2 are interchangeable. Ali 2, Shields 1, you still can't be mad. Not at all. I wouldn't be. No. Okay. But I appreciate your feedback, Al Booker. Oh, you thought I had Ali at 4? No, I know Ann Wolf was 4. Yeah. How you like the top 5? Christy Martin, Ann Wolf, Amanda Serrano, Clarissa Shields, and Layla Ali. I didn't know Amanda Serrano had fought for as long as she has. She started in 2009. I did not know that until like yesterday. Wow. She was almost in Ali and Ann Wolf and all them's era. Because most of them stopped like 2005, 6, 7, around in there. Christy Martin, all of them. So Serrano almost made their era. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at the history of, we're down to the junior lightweight division today. Okay. Quick summary of the junior lightweight division. Okay, yeah. Everybody enjoy the list? Okay, Remo says Amanda should be number 2. What did I have? 3. Okay, who would you drop out, Remo? Because I had Amanda 3, Clarissa 2, Layla 1. Okay, who would you move? Clarissa or Layla, Remo? Yeah, I see. Yeah, Remo. Yeah, good point. You like Amanda. She don't take no shit, but she's starting to slow down. But yeah, Remo. Okay, who would you move? Layla or Clarissa to move Amanda up to 3? I mean 2. You said she should have been 2, right? Yeah, I had her 3. Whose place would she take? Clarissa or Ali? One of those would have to go, to make her a 2, right? Okay, let me start this junior lightweight history. This is the only. Okay, you would drop Clarissa back. Okay. Yeah. I saw that, Al Booker, because I looked at like about 5 or 6 of them to make mine. I saw that. Sporting News had Katie at 1. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, I saw that. That's how I made mine. Some of my own things, and then looking at other lists and seeing how they worked out on them. And I saw the Sporting News had her at 1. That's crazy. No. Had her in front of Amanda Serrano, Layla Ali, Clarissa Shields, all of them. I had her at 8. Yeah. You would have Amanda 1, Al Booker? Okay. Yeah, she is bad. And she's still fighting. Yeah, she got a fight coming up soon. Either next month or the month after. Of course, Jake Paul put himself on the card again. Yeah, okay. History of the junior welterweight division. Junior lightweight. Yeah, it's ridiculous. The junior lightweight division was established by the New York Walker Law in 1920, although it was first founded by the New York State Athletic Commission, NYSAC, in 1930. Okay. Now, the first English champion was Battling Kid, because those other 2 states I'm talking about in the United States. Now, the first English champion was Battling Kid Nelson in 1914. And he lost his title to Benny Berger in 1915. And Artie O'Leary also won the title in 1917. Now, this weight class appeared in 2 distinct historical periods, from 1921 to 1933, and then it disappeared for about 40 years, and then from 1960 to the present. Okay. Started back up in 1960, and it's going to the present. Now, some of the notable fighters to hold championships at 130 include Brian Mitchell, Arturo Gatti, Vasily Lomachenko, Flash Elorde, Alexis Arguello, Azuma Nelson, Julio Cesar Chavez, Diego Corrales, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera, Marcelino Freitas, Juan Manuel Marquez, Oscar De La Hoya, Rocky Lockridge, and Manny Pacquiao. Okay? Now, the first World Boxing Association, previously known as the National Boxing Association, up until 1962, their first champion was Johnny Dundee in 1922. Okay? That was right around the time when they first started recognizing the junior lightweight division. Now, the first World Boxing Council champion was Gabriel Elorde in 1963. That's when the WBC began in 1963. Okay, the inaugural champion for the International Boxing Federation (IBF) was Awan Ki Ya in 1984, and the first World Boxing Organization (WBO) champion was John Molina in 1989, because the WBO began in 1988. But they still didn't start getting recognized by the other big three till like, I would say around 02, something like that. After the big scandal when some of the officials, the president of the WBO went to jail and some of the other officials went to jail, the president's son, they had a big scandal. The Bob father was involved in it. He testified against people. And then they had a woman take over, I forgot her name, and that's when the other big three recognized her because they saw how much, I mean, the WBO was just crooked. You know, they all a bunch of crooks, but the WBO was just terrible back in them days. And once they got those guys out of it and the woman took over as president, they let them in the early 2000s, right? The rest of them started recognizing. Okay. But it's supposed to be junior lightweight, not WBO history. Okay. Current world champions are the IBF is Joe Cordina, WBA is Lamont Roach Jr., WBC is O'Shaquie Foster, and the WBO is Emmanuel Navarrete. I wish those guys would mix it up, but Navarrete talked about fighting Shakur. O'Shaquie got a fight scheduled. There's none of those guys. And I haven't heard anything from Lamont Roach, just won it from Hector, and I haven't heard anything from Cordina. So no unification fights coming up soon between those two guys. Maybe we'll get one eventually this year. Because all those belts are really spread out down there at junior lightweight, different champions. No unification fights in sight. Okay, which I think is crazy. Come on, man. These two of y'all fight each other. What is up with these men? Jay was talking about that last night on his show. I was a warrior last night. I was kind of busy. But Jay was talking, Jay Hardcore that is, was talking about how these fighters, you know, these champions gonna fight each other. Junior lightweight, perfect example. 4 different guys hold belts. No sign of a unification fight anywhere in sight. Like I said, O'Shaquie got a fight scheduled against somebody. I only know if he's in the top 10. Lamont Roach just won his. Navarrete, he talked about fighting Shakur. Well, Shakur talked about fighting him. And I ain't heard nothing about Cordina. It's just ridiculous, man. What is wrong with these guys? Now, the women, every time you get a women's fight, it's unification, undisputed. It's something. But the men, I don't know what the deal is, man. I don't know what the deal is. Let's look at the current rankings, okay? These are Ring Magazine rankings. I think they're pretty on point. Ring is owned by Oscar, but I'm not going to hold that against them. Okay, champion is vacant. Ring mostly had most of their weight classes. They had a champion that's vacant. I don't know why. Speedy, Rashidi? I don't know, Remo. That's a good question. I don't know what be up with these boxers. Just like Castano. When he lost to Mel, he just dropped off the end of the world. Now, when Rashidi lost to Vila in January, because his last fight was over a year now, because remember, it was on that January 6th card with Tank. fought Hector. Rashidi hadn't fought since then. I don't know what be up with these men's boxers, man. Did the laws hurt him that bad? Get over it. The only way you're gonna get back to the top is get in there and fight. They're not just gonna put you up there. You gotta get in there and beat somebody, Rashidi. You know? And he's at welterweight, right, Remo? Yeah. Fight Boots. Boots is looking to fight somebody, Rashidi. You can still get that fight. Okay? He beat the man that beat you. Say you want your shot. But instead, we just haven't heard nothing from Rashidi at all. Where is he? Good question, Remo. Let me do these top 10 and drop this link. Okay. Champion is vacant. Ring Magazine rankings, not mine, Ring Magazine. But I do like them. 1, Emmanuel Navarrete. Number 2 is O'Shaquie Foster. Number 3 is Joe Cordina. Number 4 is Lamont Roach. Okay. 5, they still have Hector up there, so he just lost his belt. Hector Luis Garcia. 6, Robson Conceição. I would have had Robson in front of Hector, probably. 7, Oscar Valdez. Yeah, Oscar deserves 7. Yeah. 8, oh my God. Shaka Don, Rocket Move. Okay, I tried. Oh, here's an announcement right behind him. 9, Otar, Iran Asyan. 10, Roger Gutierrez. I get his because I've said it and heard it so much. I guess that's right, Roger Gutierrez. There's the rankings for junior lightweight. But yeah, Remo, where in the hell is Rashidi? Yeah. You want Rashidi to fight? Yeah, that's a good idea, Alberta. Fight somebody else first. Okay, we got 30 minutes. Let me put this in here. Yeah. Good point, Alberta. Yeah. He's been out a year now. Boots is not the one to jump in there against. You've been out a year. Great point, Alberta. Yeah. No. You haven't fought in a year. Boots is the absolute last one. You want to make your return against, you know. He make his return against Boots, he'd probably be out another year. You know. No, don't do that, Rashidi. Get a tune up. I don't understand it though. You know, when I was talking in the coal miner's daughter's profile, her and this other girl fought a rematch a month after the first fight. And you got these guys now fighting not once a year, once every 2 years. Not once every year, once every 2 years. What is up with this, man? Then like Jay was saying this morning, guy calling them pussies and punks and cowards and chickens and whatever else. And they don't even say nothing. Man, back in the day, somebody calls somebody a pussy, you their next fight. Okay? You are their very next fight. These guys don't even mention it. What about Bill? Bill always he called your son a pussy, man. Bill haven't even said nothing. But he's claiming that they trying to get off all these fights. But if you call your son a pussy, you or your son ain't say shit. Get the fuck out of here, man. That shit's crazy. Matias called me a pussy. I'll fight him. I'm not even a boxer. Shit. Come on, Devin and T.O. and Ryan. What's wrong with you, Rolly? Are they scared? I don't think they're scared, man. These guys been doing this shit since they was little boys. I don't think they're scared. So why do you let this man call them names like that, man? I just don't get it. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. You know? I'm 60 in my 60s. Let Matias call me a pussy. He just gonna have to knock me out. Shit. Come on, man. And these guys are fighters. Sit there and take that shit, man. Ain't nobody call me no pussy. You have to whip my ass. Okay. And you might do it, but you're gonna have to do it. You called me that, man. Shit. You might do it. You're going to have to do it. Okay, because I'm coming at you. But these guys ain't say nothing. Nothing, man. So guess what? By them not saying nothing, Matthias must be right about them. They must be pussies and scared and what else you call them? Cowards and ghosts and punk, whatever. They must be that because they didn't respond. That tells me they say, okay, you're right, Matthias. I am a pussy. Right? Right or wrong? Yeah. Burials versus Rashidi. I got Burials, Al Booker. Burials is starting to develop a fire resume too. But yeah, everything Rashidi called those guys, all those guys solace mean is that he's right. They are what he called them. That's the way I look at it. He called me a pussy and I don't say nothing, then I must be a pussy, right? Yeah. So I don't know who he called what, but they must be those things that they didn't respond. You know, they didn't respond. So Matthias was right. Oh yeah, T.O. was in that too, wasn't he? Didn't he call T.O. something? I just heard Jay talking about it, but I don't know what he called them. But you know, I heard he called them all those names. So they must be those things. They didn't respond. So hey. But yeah, man. Oh yeah, I didn't do my update on Kazuki Anaguchi today. It's hard to find information on this kid, man. The last information I got was Sunday, and he was still in the hospital, unconscious. He was in a medically induced coma, and he had what was an operation called a crani something. It was a type of brain operation called a craniotomy, and his condition is called subdural hematoma. Okay, some kind of blockage going to part of his brain or something. I read up on it. You know, I like reading up on stuff. And yeah, he is still in that condition. So like I've been saying, if you are a praying person, say one for Kazuki Anaguchi, please. Because, you know, he's a boxer. He gets in there and entertains us. This is life on the line. Of course, he's doing it for the bag too, but, you know, we are entertained by it. So if you're a praying person, say a prayer for Kazuki Anaguchi. Okay. Yeah. Rashidi got to do something. You're right, Remo. He needs to get back in the ring. Where is he, though? Is he still alive? I mean, that man walked out of that ring last January 6th, and they haven't heard a peep out of him since. That's been over a year. Remember? The Tank Hector card was January 6th, 2023. It is now January 10th, 2024. Haven't heard anything from Rashidi in a year and 4 days. A year and 4 days. So, I don't know. It's crazy. It is crazy. I'm waiting to hear Fred Chon and Savannah Marshall, because Savannah Marshall was in line to fight the winner of Fred Chon and Shadeja, because she was the champion in recess for the WBC, which they fought for, because she had got injured, remember? She was supposed to fight Shadeja. Savannah probably wish she had took that fight there after the way Shadeja looked against Fred Chon. But anyway, Fran Chon said she wanted the rematch with Savannah, but I haven't heard from Savannah. You know, I guess she's over her injury. I don't know, maybe not. But that's another big fight that's potentially coming up this year, right? Then we got the Face of Boxing, waiting on that announcement. We got Boots out there. We got the GOAT. Well, I didn't make it a GOAT on my list, but I can still call it a GOAT. We got the GOAT. Should be coming up with something soon. She haven't fought since June. So we got it. This schedule looks great, man. Potential schedule we got coming up looks great. This should be another fire year, man. And then, of course, we got Saturday. Better Be. I'm going to do a little breakdown on that Friday. We got Beterbiev. I keep calling the man Better B. Beterbiev. And Christian and Billy on the card. How come nobody never talks about Christian and Billy and Dave against David Morrell? You know, Morrell, Benavidez, Canelo won't fight you. And Billy will fight you. Two young lions get in there, man, and duke it out. Okay. I would pay for that. I would pay for that, man. Christian and Billy and David Morrell. Hell yeah. But nobody talks about that fight. They both at 68. Both very good young fighters, man. Get in there. Benavidez and Canelo is not going to fight neither one of them. Fight each other. Forget Benavidez and Canelo. Fight each other. Remo's fight. Plant and Charlo. Fight each other. Forget them two chumps. They don't want to fight you, fight each other. Because right now, we're not getting none of the fights. We got Benavidez and Boo Boo, which was a beatdown. Boo Boo got old. But I don't think he could beat Benavidez at any age. You know, I don't even think Prime Boo Boo could have handled Benavidez. Benavidez just too big. Just like the undisputed fight we got coming up in next month. I think Fury is just going to be too big, man. Not Ugas. Whatever the guy's name is. I got a brain lock. Who's Fury fighting next month? Usyk? Yeah, Usyk. That's his name. I knew it was something. Usyk, yeah. I think Fury is just going to be too big. What you think, Thomas Hill? 425 was your max. What is that? 425. What did you mean, T Hill? 425. You got me there. 425 or what, Thomas Hill? Yeah. What y'all think about that? Fury and Usyk. I got Fury. Okay. It's too big for Usyk. And plus, Fury can do with everything Usyk can do. Not as good, but he can box. Okay. I don't think he moves quite as well as Usyk, but he can move, man. Okay. So you got a big 6'9", 300-pound guy in there that can move against a little guy that can box and move. The big guy wins that one. I'm sorry. If I had Jay Hardcore's last dollar, that last dollar Jay Hardcore got, I would put it on Fury. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Max bench. Oh, you can do 425, Thomas Hill? I think I can do like probably 25. You know? That's probably my max, 25. That's all I'm going to attempt. Okay? It's 25. I can walk though. I bet I can out-brisk walk your ass. Race me brisk walking. I'm a brisk walking. I can brisk walk, man. I walk miles. Okay. I'm going out there and walk. Today I got to get some fish food. And I'm going to walk down there and get it. I haven't had my exercise yet today. And that's going to be in about 10 minutes. Because Just Do Boxing is straight ahead, y'all. And I sure appreciate everybody that continues to rock with Cash Sports growing channel, Remo. Remo, I said small channel yesterday by mistake after we had talked about it on the ending because I was rushing, man. I stayed over 3 minutes over. They talk 403, you know. But we got the Voids coming up next. Let me go over that lineup again now. We got Jay Hardcore with Hardcore Boxing News at 8 a.m. Okay. Remo's going to be dropping a little something on us on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Then we got Cash Sports at 2 p.m., followed by The Voice. Just Do Boxing at 4 p.m. Then none other than the Rise Podcast themselves host the show each night at 9 p.m. Hashtag JBT, y'all. Just a group of people that love to talk boxing. Now, we talk fashion too. All kind of sports. All right? And always looking for people to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast, a channel, or nothing like that. Just have to love to talk boxing, fashion, sports in general. That's all. You don't know what you might not find in the JBT. Okay? We're coming up with new stuff every day. And we're having a hangout meet and greet this year too. Don't forget that now. Waiting on a Abdul Wahid fight announcement. If it's not in the East, we'll have something else. Or go to it. We're going to be working on that. Probably have it around springtime when the weather breaks. Okay. Or something else, some kind of other announcement coming up. I was listening to Rise Podcast last night. They have some kind of announcement coming up from a promotional group they are affiliated with. We might have our hangout around that. Okay. We might have our hangout around that. I just thought about that last night. Yeah. Okay. If we can't do the Abdul Wahid fight, yeah. But we're going to have it this year. Okay. So many of us live in the eastern part of the country. It's crazy, man. You know? Okay. Well, let me get ready to go get my fish some food. Hope y'all enjoyed the top 10 women's boxers of all time. Tomorrow will be the top 10 Mexican boxers of all time. And the profile is going to be Salvatore Sanchez himself, okay? And like I said earlier in the show, for all you people who talked about this monster anyway, invincible stuff, I would have loved to see Prime, Salvatore Sanchez against Prime, Monster anyway, again. If I had that last dollar of J Hardcore's, I'd put it on Salvatore Sanchez. That would be a good fight. Prime Sanchez against Prime Monster. Woo-wee. And if you want a good fight to watch, classic Puerto Rican versus Mexican, Wilfredo Gomez versus Salvador Sanchez. That's one for you, Alberto. You said you never saw Wilfredo. Check out that one when you get a chance. If you watch old fights. I watched it the other night. I watched it Monday night, I believe. I'm always watching old fights. Yeah. But it's been another good one. A pleasure to be in here with my people again. Time flies when you're having fun. And it's hump day. NFL playoffs this weekend. My Ravens are in the second round already, headed toward the Super Bowl. It might be the Cowboys if they don't choke again. Oh, sorry, Jay. It might be the Cowboys or the 49ers. I don't think the Eagles are going to make it this year. I think that's T. Hill's team. That's Gregory Pratt's team. Sorry, GP. You know, I'm just keeping 100. I don't think your Eagles going to make it, GP, if you're still in here. Ravens versus Cowboys and 49ers. And Cowboys and 49ers will be playing for second place. Now, I will say this. If the Ravens don't make it, it'll be something stupid the coaching staff did. Because John Harbaugh can do some boneheaded stuff sometimes, man. You know? He can come up with some stupid stuff. And then they'll get a lead and their defense will go to that prevent. Shit, I hate that, man. You've been shutting down the other team's offense the whole game. And you get late in the fourth quarter, you want to go to that prevent and just start giving them big chunks of yardage, let them go down the field. Ain't that so stupid? Who started that prevent nonsense? Keep your foot on the neck, man. All of a sudden, you start playing back, getting them 5 yards, 6 yards, 7 yards. You look up, they in field goal range. I hate that prevent. But the Ravens do that all the time late in games. I hate that. So if they don't win the Super Bowl, it will be because of coaching. It won't be because of the players. But let me run down my list of supporters that came in here and helped me out today. Okay. We had the Rides podcast in the building today. Honor to have the Rides. Always an honor to have the Rides podcast aboard. Remember, they close out the JBT's day at 9 o'clock p.m. But I'm telling you, everybody knows when the Rides podcast come on, man. Stop it, Cass. Okay. Lonnie Lee was in the building. Mike Mazik was in the building. Gregory Pratt, a.k.a. GP, was in here. Jay Hardcore made an appearance. That's the creator of hashtag JBT, Jay Hardcore, of Hardcore Boxing News. And remember, he spins the block and comes back on tonight at 8. So he's on the way around the block now, and he'll be back around it by 8 tonight. So see y'all over in the hangout at 8. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more was in the building. All that and more was in the building. I appreciate Bruce Gas. Jaleese Hart, a.k.a. Thomas Hill, was in here. Al Booger was in the building. He gave me the idea of this top 10 week. Okay. Fender Bender was in here today. Appreciate you, Fender Bender. Just Do Boxing, The Voice, coming up in 5 minutes. And I'm going to be off at 4 o'clock today, Just Do. Okay, I promise you. Just Do Boxing, The Voice, in 5 minutes with another fire episode coming straight at us. You be over there. I'm going to be over there. I ain't going to miss it. Y'all miss it if you want to. I'm not. I'm on the way over there now to Just Do Boxing. See you in a couple minutes, Just Do. Appreciate you, bro, for all your support. Just Do was the first one to ever come into a Cass Sports live stream. Come on 11 o'clock at night. I was talking to myself. Then Just Do started appearing every night. Remember that, Just Do? Yep, so I appreciate Just Do Boxing. See you in a couple minutes, Just Do. Remo hashtag JBT was in here. He dropped hashtag Let's Talk Fashion today. Another fire show in the JBT lineup. Check it out. Remo hashtag Let's Talk Fashion. And BN Boxing News is always in here. He's in here when I come in here. One of my most loyal supporters. BN Boxing News. Appreciate you, BN Boxing News. You're a hard man to catch up with, though. I be trying to catch you. I tried to catch you Saturday. Then you said you came on later, but I'm going to catch you one of these. But I'm subscribed to you. Anybody that ain't subscribed to BN Boxing News, get on over there and subscribe. Another fire channel. And where's Aunt McQueen at? I haven't seen Aunt McQueen in a couple of days. Okay. He'll pop up. He might be a voyeur. But I appreciate Aunt McQueen, even though he ain't in here. And he might be in here. But okay. That's it. We're going to do it again tomorrow, though. I appreciate everybody, man. 1,000,000%. Cass Sports, y'all. Peace.